make sure that I know what advice I given to each of the students. When I start marking, I look into the diary. Okay, these students, these are the issues. This is what I advised. So I'll check through whether you have done the work according to what I advised. If you didn't do it, obviously that will impact you. So you put up something on the website, make sure you put up something the way I've asked you. You put in a question, you derive the solution yourself, ask me to verify whether it's the right solution or not. When I say yes, it goes into my report. Because that will be the basis I'm going to use in marking the paper. Okay, who's Madhu here? Sit yourself. My apology if I was so direct to you, but that's my nature. But maybe you need to get used to how I deal with MBA students. Okay, MBA students shouldn't deal with me that way. I don't know how the other module leaders, but I'm senior enough in this industry, so you need to deal exactly like an MBA student. Anybody deal with me beyond MBA students, I'm sorry, you might get a cold statement from me. Speak like an MBA student when you're in MBA class. Okay? Sorry. Get you? Yes.
So you expect us to use SWOT and PEST for different in the different countries, am I correct? US, China.
I expect you to use any tools wherever is necessary to be used, based on the need of the question or the argument. That's the best way to say it. But nevertheless, wait for my structure. I will indicate to you some of the tools you can use. Any one of you want to use other industry tools like, say, you want to use Blue Oceans or whatever it is, make sure you master it carefully before you get into it. Because I don't want him to be sent to the university and then they have a master's in Blue Ocean guy there and then he's scrutinized and say that what rubbish is this? See that? So make sure you really master it before you put it in. You keep telling yourself, well, this is a master's program. See that? So what is the one behavior of a master's student? They articulate every statement that they say out from their mouth. Is that right? No. They don't simply talk. Keep their mouth shut. When they talk, it's facts-based discussions. Do you think? Let's start from my bottle. You put a question, you need to have the facts first. Then I'll do it. I'll definitely help you beyond what you need if you show me that you're helping yourself as much as possible. You can ask any of my PR students, they'll tell you about myself. All you need to show me is you're willing to study and you want to do well. I'll give you support beyond what you need. But if you transfer your workload to me, I will fire you back basically. Don't do that to me. Sir, I'm stuck here. Can you give me a little bit of help how to tweak this area? I can help you. No problem. Why? As much me being teaching, as I mentioned to him, as much more me being teaching for 19 years and being a senior member in the leadership in the multinational, I definitely can help you in many areas as much as possible. Okay? This must be my last module leader job.
So can you show us a little bit on the citation and reference weightage in terms of overall marking? So
Referencing.
citation and references.
What do you want to know about that?
The weightage in terms of their total marking, right? So how it carries the weight as in like are they consists of 25% of overall marking? What is it?
No, I don't go in that way, basically. You know that the main body takes 75 to 80 marks. You know that, right? That's the main body part of it. I do not take so much a restriction when a citation or reference, but wherever you put an opinion, I expect a reference to be there. Because I don't want to see anywhere that you put up your own views. Right? The only words that on your own will be when you express someone's view. That's fine. But endpoint is always reference. So every paragraph, normally endpoint will be a reference. I have a whole bunch of slides which I give it to my PJ students with a structure, a sample structure of MBA coursework with PowerPoint, case study, financial analysis tools and all that. Do you think you want to have a copy out of me? Is that okay if I give it to them? So you have a thumb drive about 80 Mac in your hand. As I mentioned, right, you just need to work hard, I'll give you more things. There's a lot of stuff I have, but you're not my student, so I can't give that to you. But since I'm here, I can give it to them, right? Is that okay, sir? Oh, yeah, don't worry. I need to on it. I will take a few minutes to on it. So, what other questions you have? Gentleman right at the back there. Looks, you also doing the MBA program? Or the MBA working you out, basically?
In April.
There was a question about accounting matters. You want to know something? Why did you ask the question?
Ask me. What do you want to ask?
There was a question whether we should be using the latest accounting figures to analyze.
Oh, that's what the gentleman asked just now. Well, if you can get the latest, fine. I don't think you can get the latest because IKEA closed up somewhere around June. You won't get the report that fast. But, so how can I get the latest figures? Well, go down to the internet. There's a lot of reports coming out on IKEA's performance. We call it quarterly performance report. Pick up from there, build up a trend, and put in an assumption to say that the end year result will be as following. That's all. It's not very difficult. Okay, what else we have? That is that up. Are you okay? Or did I freak you out further? Okay, feeling better? Come on. It's just MBA. Gentleman there looks very familiar. Yeah. Yeah. You from KL anyways. Okay, so how? What are the questions we have? Excuse me, sir. How do I define company's performance? Student A. Just put the table and say year 1 this was a profit, year 2 this is a profit, year 3 this is a profit. That's student A. Student B. Put the table and put a graph. This is how it goes. Both will get 0. Because at degree level, that's fine. At the MBA level, you need to say, from this year to this year, this is the business performance trend. At the ratio, they're running at this much. The variation taking place because of this particular strategy they imposed at the following year that cost the business improvement and so and so. You get marks out of me. You there? That's how you represent your financial reports in an MBA paper. The same goes to their operational costs, or the same goes to their capital appreciations, or whatever you want to put up. It's up to you. Use the ratio factors as much as possible. Do the trend analysis as much as possible. Interpret the trend analysis, map into the industry behavior or industry developments. That tells me it's a research work. Okay, so the point is basically you use quantitative factors to justify qualitative in your arguments. Because when you go and do next stage on your final research paper and all that, if you don't know statistics, financial reporting, analysis and all that, don't think about you can finish your final report. You'll be collapsed completely. It's very important that you look into those skills up front now itself. Okay? You understand what that means? So gentlemen, if I throw a question to you, how do you justify you're performing very well for the last 5 years?
That means I'm going to come up with some certain numbers which are not picked up from the cloud, put it in and then justify why these numbers came in, and if there's any difference from year to year, probably point out where the changes were.
Exactly. So do all of us here have a strategy, personal strategy? should by right, am I right or not?